Hello, everybody. It's good to see you again. Hopefully, you've been enjoying your weekend. For me, it has been very busy, but it wasn't as bad as it was last week, actually. This week, I actually got to get a little bit more time to take it easy and not as be as pressured this week. But this weekend, we had a garage sale weekend, so we ended up doing a lot of that stuff. My wife and I sold some things we definitely need to get rid of. We also we'll be moving hopefully into the new house within the next 2 weeks, I think. It's going to be something like that. This place here will be looking a little different. It'll actually be a whole room that I'll have. It's going to take us a little while to get everything set up in that room, but it will be open and it will be kind of an enclosed space, so you won't have all the stuff behind me. I'm also going to be looking at doing some soundproofing in that room, making some panels and things like that that'll absorb some of the sound and the noise. Not necessarily because of anything else, but because there's a lot of background like echoing that we picked up at different times. It's not so bad here, but I also do video editing outside of here, so and that, because of the way we have it set up, there's more room echo. So I think over in the other building, having more basically stuff to catch the echo is going to help a lot. But we're really excited. Hopefully, you guys have been enjoying this. I've been really excited about the way that they've been setting this up with just the updates and the way that they continued it. I spent basically 9 gold on different items in the house. So, we're going to continue on in this and have some fun. Oh, we still have these trees to plant. That is going to take a lot of time. Let's focus on that, because if we can get a reoccurring crop on certain things, that will be amazingly helpful. Oh, did I have... yeah, that wasn't there a second ago. I do! Awesome. And then let's see if we can make the bread with wheat now. Yes. Perfect. Because then I can get some more experience. I got one of each of those. Good. Let's go ahead and continue to make some more. I've got plenty of flour. And let's just do another one of those. That way all I've got to do is wait for the last bit. Yeah, we did some more. I'm going to use the wheat for that. There's still going to be a little bit left, but let's go ahead and do that there like that. Oh, excuse me. Oh, hi, kitty cat. But this has been really exciting. I've been really enjoying the way that everything's kind of been going between the game, and it's been really nice. I'm going to take... Why do I still have the bread dough on me? I must have taken it and forgot to put it back. Let's put that in there, and then let's go and get some experience. Gonna be real excited for that. Let's get everything situated. I don't have anything. Good. That's gonna give me a lot of experience for that too. Juicy stuffed chicken. I could do either one of those. I don't remember what I need to have to make stuffed chicken. Let's look at my recipes. I need a lemon and chicken. I don't know if I've got lemon yet. I don't think I do, so doing that's going to be a little bit harder. Juicy tea? That just sounds wrong. Ugh. Okay, well, we're going to do some juicy tea. Ugh. Hopefully that gives us some good, nice, good tea. Ugh. That does not sound right. I don't know I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe it's just in my head. I think about it over and over again. I make myself laugh. If you cannot laugh at your own jokes, you need to grow a sense of humor. But with that, those are apples. It's going to take a little bit for them to grow, or maybe these over here are apples. Oh, cool. Well, I like how these actually look like shrubs and stuff too, so that's really cool. Um, Good there. Next, I'm going to cut down all these trees and swipe all this out of the way and get the area around here ready. I was like, why is that one little bush not falling away and being destroyed? But this will give me a nice space to do the rest of my crops. I wonder if during the winter the fruit trees just stop, or if the fruit trees stop like after a certain amount of time, just because they are no longer producing fruit. That would be an interesting thing. I mean, it makes sense because it kind of happens naturally in nature too. That if, especially if they don't have the proper nutrients, they'll just stop creating good fruit that people would enjoy. Like a lot of the times, they'll end up producing like bitter apples and other things like that. Let's go ahead and chop down some trees. Yeah. By the way, Kevin, thank you for all of the insight and the stuff that you're kind of giving me some direction on. There's a lot of things I don't quite know about with some of this. Like it's crazy the amount of learning I've had to do in the way that OBS works, the way that you can set things up with sound to make it better. Even with this, I've been looking into how to create the audio on this to be a little bit more crisp and clear. I try to enunciate pretty well, but it's still one of those things that having to know that there's some filters that you can put in to OBS to create and make it just that much more nice and clear sounding will be very helpful. So that's kind of my plan. I think for where I'm at, the mic I have is actually pretty decent. I think the next thing that's really going to need for just equipment wise to be better would probably just be my webcam, but that is going to be a process in and of itself, because from what I can tell, getting a better webcam, and the best way to do that would be like a camcorder, which is not the cheapest thing in the world. I have a camera I might try using, but I think I need to get a cable that will work for it. And I also don't know quite if it's going to work the way I want, but it's worth a try. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work right, and I just don't do it. But I've been looking into a couple of things. I'll probably start focusing on some of that stuff once I am moved. I am not going to do that right now. Mainly because that is just something extra to do, and I've got enough on my plate for right now. Did I put that in my inventory? I might have. That's kind of cool. That I can just remove the tree that is young. Now it's one of those things that if I need the wood, how often do I really want to do that? But it's nice that I have the option. But yeah, it's been a very interesting life. I don't know if you guys knew this, or if you knew this very much about me, but I've moved around a lot as a kid. I grew up. That's not what I wanted. I grew up in many different places. I lived in Indiana. I've lived in Kansas, which is one city, and then I've lived in Arkansas as well. And so I've done a lot of moving. I remember one time whenever we were moving, I think, to Arkansas, and we had not unpacked all of our food yet. And it was really funny because the only thing that me and my brothers and my sister could find was a jar of salsa. And we sat there, no chips, just basically chugging down the salsa. And I think my mom and my stepdad at the time came home with, I think, bologna sandwiches and and brought chips for the salsa, and the salsa was all gone. So they were not exactly happy with us at that time, but it was a fun time. Yeah, I've moved around a lot, partially because of, you know, need, family, and other crazy stuff. But yeah, my wife, on the other hand, she's only moved as a kid once, and that was moving just to a different area in the same town. And since her and I have been married, we've moved one, two. And this here was our third time, and so this will be our fourth time moving. Um, my wife and I actually are in ministry together, and so part of that is whenever we go to a new place that we feel like we should go for helping out a church and being a part of stuff like that, we end up moving. eh, You end up moving a lot if you're going to be in that stuff. So we've been trying to find a little bit of a balance, but it's been pretty decent to just take some time to be where we're at, because we've been here for almost, how long has it been? It's coming up on 3 years now. So yeah, we've been here a little while, helping them out as best we can and just trying to be there to encourage them and all that stuff. But COVID was quite a crazy time whenever it hit with everything else with the church. So it was a bit of a learning curve, I'll tell you that much. But yeah, a lot of fun. We're excited to be moving over. It's going to be a bigger house. Won't have a basement, but it has plenty of other places for us to store all of our things that we had in the basement. One of the things that's pretty crazy, though, is we actually have our main bedroom, and it has 3 closets. 2 of them are walk-in. And, well, lo and behold, if you know anything about, being married, if you have a wife, she wants the biggest, because she got more stuff. But it'll be pretty good. I mean, I will have so much more room, which will be nice, because I've got some stuff I wouldn't mind, just putting in there, keeping it out of the way. I do collect a little bit of stuff here and there. Oh, one of the things I probably will put in my office, well, it's my office, our office, is I have a very large, I don't know if it's a Roblox or like what, but it's like a dragon boat. I don't know how to describe it other than that. I got it from my grandfather, and it is very large and very difficult to find anywhere to put it. So it'll probably go in there, and I'm going to make a shelf to put it up on. But it'll be pretty cool. If I get the opportunity, I'll show you guys a picture of it or something and post it on there so you can have just a view of it, because it's pretty cool. But I'm excited. Other than that, the main thing we're going to be using that room for is office work. Trying to think if there's anything else really crazy that's going to happen. I'm going to be trying to build my son a area, because we have a loft in his bedroom. It's going to be a little different, mainly because I don't really want him up in the loft yet, because that's where we're going to store a lot of our stuff. So the bedroom he's going to be in has an area above where you could technically say it was like an attic, but it is available to be brain. basically they remodeled it at one point and used it to have access for students and stuff to get up there. Um, so our plan is long term, if we can, we'll clear that stuff we use for storage up there and we'll put it down somewhere else and build a staircase up there. And then we were thinking about making like a mesh, kind of like a hammock kind of thing, but breathable, up there to where he can climb on that and get into it and just kind of monkey around and stuff. Obviously, there'll have to be some half walls and stuff to protect him from getting hurt. But excuse me. But it's pretty exciting. It'll be really cool. Mostly for that though, we won't have to worry about about us paying for it, because most likely most of the wood, if we do have to buy some stuff, it's not going to be a ton, because most of it they already have over there, and they were just gonna get rid of the wood because there's no really use for it. They don't have anywhere for it to go. So we're going to use it to kind of do what we can to fix it up, make it look nice. I'm going to add some shelves into most of the closets, because those closets have no shelving at all, which will be nice, because then we can have places. I'm going to probably use it to store my mixture of books and shoes, which is kind of a weird combination, but pretty exciting. Other than that, my life has been pretty simple for the most part. Working a lot. That's just kind of naturally how it goes. The crazy thing is the older I get, the more I realize how much work everything takes. So, if you guys know much about it, congratulations. You're a lot further along than I am in some things, because it was hard for me to learn different little things here and there. Like, I didn't really have a lot of people teach me about cars, and so most of what I've had to learn has been through either other people or experience or trial and error. And if any of you know how that's like, it can be a little bit frustrating whenever you don't know exactly what to do or what's causing the issue in the vehicle, but you're just like, something ain't right here. Yup. Luckily for me, I have some people in my life who have been very helpful to me to just be patient with me and teach me different things. So for those of you who don't have people in your life to teach you that stuff, I am so sorry. And I hope that you do find some people like that, because they are amazing. And very much far and few in between. And when you have those people in your life, they are a great blessing. So, my encouragement for today, try to have the right people in your life. And if you don't have them, figure out ways that you can. It's not easy, because some people are stubborn and a pain in the butt. Trust me, I know. I know very well. But with that, I'm glad that you guys could join me today. It's been kind of exciting. Let's go. I'm getting low on my time here for the day. I might just go ahead and take a nap and go to sleep. And I probably won't quit this this recording, just because it's still. I mean, it's only at 18 minutes. It may be a little bit long then for what it is if I decide to do that, but I don't think it's going to be too bad for brain. For the length of it, I don't think it's going to be too crazy. I'm probably going to finish up the rest of this spot right here. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I may have gone down too far. I do say my southern is coming out pretty strong. There we go. Boop. Boop. Alright, so I did have a guy that I work with. Some of them know kind of that I record videos and stuff too. But he said that he wouldn't mind if I played. I don't remember what game it was. He was saying it wasn't League of Legends. It was some other kind of game. Path of Exile, that's what it is. And he was saying something about that, and yeah, I mean, it's one of those that I know it's free, so it won't cost me anything. But it's just different. Um, don't know how I feel about it, but it's one of those things if I like a game, I like a game. If I don't, I'm just going to be like, nah, this ain't for me, bro. But, I mean, I wouldn't mind trying it. Let me know what you think. Because if I try it out and you guys enjoy it, unless I completely hate the game, I might stick to it for a little while. Because I will say, one of the other games that I was recommended to play, which I might try, would be like Elden Ring, because I heard that I've played Dark Souls 1, and I have the first one, and I've played a little bit of Dark Souls 2. It's okay. Not my cup of tea, really. But I've heard a lot of people really love it. And I've heard Elden Ring is actually one of the better ones for someone new playing into it. So I might try it, but we'll see. Other than that, there's a couple other games that I'm kind of interested in. I know Diablo 4 just came out with I think it's a 4-day early release. And I know that came out not long ago, but that's also... It's a different style. I played a lot of Diablo 2 Resurrected, which I have enjoyed that, but it's also because it's nostalgic. I played Diablo 2 way back in the day whenever I was growing up, and I enjoyed doing that. But it's one of those things that it's going to take me a little bit of, I don't know what you'd call it, motivation in order to want to spend, 50, well, I think it's like $70 to $100 on it. That's not, I just think about that and I'm like, yeah, just thinking about that's a lot of money, especially for a new game, which I get. A lot of people say that some of them are worth it, but I don't know. That's a little bit too much for me at times. Who knows, maybe I'd love it, but I can't justify spending that much money. But I'm also, as y'all young people would put it, I'm cheap. I'm joking a little bit, but I very much look for good prices and don't just jump on top of anything that I see. Let's go ahead and make some more. Let's do some more fish, and let's do... Shoot. Got 2 sets of white grapes, and there's a leak in my boat. I'm sorry, that movie just makes me laugh. If you know what that's from, good on you. Very funny movie. And if you don't know what it's from, I am so sorry. Perhaps you need to watch a little bit more interesting stuff. But very good movie. I would recommend it. It is called Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and the one I specifically quoted from was Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. I think it was... Oh, I need to make tea. I forgot. I gotta make tea. Let's go and get the other experience point. Oh yeah, I need to fill up my buckets of water too. Experience. Perfect. Do I want to... I don't have enough to make spicy soup. Chicken meat. Do I have a citrus pale ale? I'll have to go check. First things first. Yeah, filling up my buckets. Alright, let's go in here and look in my chest to see if I've got citrus. Nope. Fruity, bitter, and hoppy. Perfect. Not the other one that I needed. Poop. There we go. Yeah, I fed you, cat. Let's make some more bread. I've done those two. Let's do some rye bread. Put the butter away. Cool. Perfect. Let's go back down here. And let's see if there's one of them I can get. Grilled steak, and it's chicken meat. I don't know if I have any chicken meat. Spicy, or I have soup, but starchy. Okay, I thought that's it spicy. My bad. I'll do some starchy soup. Ow, my foot. Alright. Oh, cool. The green beans redo it. Awesome. I love that. And it just takes a little bit of time for it to... What the... Why does it... Oh, do they only do so much? And then they stop. Okay. That makes sense. I wonder if it's the same way with the apple trees. But the apple trees at the other area didn't do that. So maybe it's different for trees compared to... And that's why they only drop 2 instead. Which would kind of make sense. I would understand that. And then my other question would be, when do the, how far does the... That's a good question. How far do the scarecrow coverage stretch out to? That's a good question. Nice. Let's see if I got some starchy soup somewhere. Boop. Because if I do have some starchy soup somewhere, great. But I don't know if I do. Did I already do those? I might have, and it just came back and overtook it again. I could be wrong. Can't go any further that way. Boop. Oh, cool. It just means I can cover that area up. Yep. Oh. Well, hopefully you guys have been having a good week. Tell me any stories. Tell me something exciting that's happened this week. But with that, let's go ahead and see. I don't think this is going to be enough area. I'm going to have to till some more land, I think, before I can get all of my plants done. And it may be that they last all season, like summer and fall for the trees. And then once it hits winter, maybe the trees die out and then they don't produce anymore. I could be wrong, because it may just be that once you plant them, they're done. You don't have to do anything else, which would be amazing. But that's also, hard to know. I missed one. Great job, Chris. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, boy. The things I do for tilling up the land. Alright. So, boop. 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 Nice. Nice. I have 3 more and I do not have enough to do that. So I'm going to need to go down enough in order to plant the rest of these. So if I do this, nice. Man, I wonder how much room you really need to plant stuff with. Because that's a lot. I mean, I guess it's understandable that you would need quite a bit of space, but man. And I think that they said in one of these updates they expanded the amount of space that you get here in this area. I could be wrong, but, well, that's one. Yeah, let's expand here. I can plant one more here. And then finally get some lemons. Lemons. I'm reminded of ASDF, which is a video thing. If you haven't actually seen it, I'd recommend it. Go watch it. ASDF is really funny if you have a sense of humor. If you don't, I'm sorry. I can't help you there. With that also being the case, I don't know if you guys knew this, but this game is actually on sale right now. Right now it is on sale for, I think it's 33% off. So if you have interest in the game, you've enjoyed watching it, check it out. It's gonna be, I think, on sale for a little while now, because of the new update that has been released. And I'd say it's well worth the money. Especially, I think it's like $10 now, whenever normally it's like 15. So if you get the chance, try it out. It's me approved, if you know what I mean. And I don't think I can go any further that way. So, and then this will give me some spots in between I can plant. Okay, let's see here. So I'm just gonna have to go down some more. I think I'll probably do it right here. And fill it in where I can. Nice. Alright. So, apparently this episode is primarily going to be just getting my plants. Did someone else hear that? It sounded like a cat growling. Or like a motorcycle, like revving up. Or am I just crazy? I might be crazy. That was weird. That was so weird. Because the cat's not outside. Unless, like, there's some hidden, like, event or something that happens in the game, and you have to do a certain amount of things before you can experience it. In which case, holy moly. I did not expect there to be a large... I don't know. I thought I heard a growl. I could be wrong. Let me know down in the comments if you also heard a growl. If not, tell me how crazy I am and that I'm hearing things. But to me, that sounded like a growl. Alright, one more. Perfect. There we go. Oh, my ear, nose. Eye, ear, nose. Man, I really know my anatomy, don't I? Oh, speaking of which, I do have one set of games I've thought about playing, but I just haven't had I didn't know how it'd turn out, part of it. And the other part is I don't know if I really want to play it. And that would be, I have basically some D&D games. And I don't mean like actual board game stuff. It's more like, what's it called? Like all the Baldur's Gate games and, excuse me, ooh, Icewind Dale, And then there's the other company that does stuff that's very similar. Brain's going dead on the name. Yep, not bearing in a bell. Pathfinder, that's the word. I don't know why I had such a hard time remembering what it was called. Anyways, I have a couple of Pathfinder games. Kings something and something of the righteous or whatnots. Something like that. But got both of those and I thought, it wouldn't be too bad to play. But then again, I played D&D. I have not played Pathfinder. So it would require me to learn an entirely new system, which I'm not opposed to, but it did not encourage me to want to try it yet. I have heard Pathfinder is pretty good, especially with all of the stuff that's going on with D&D right now. They had the issue with the open game license, and then they withdrew on that, but a lot of people got rid of their D&D Beyond subscriptions, and it just kind of it's a hot mess. And there's a lot of people who are not happy with the way that it turned out. So, for instance, I don't know quite if this was in response to that, but I know that Critical Role actually said that they're going to release their new, basically like their own system. Now, I could be completely wrong on that, and people, all over everywhere have a tendency to spew all different kinds of crazy junk, but honestly, I would not be surprised. Partially because if that is something that Wizard of the Coast was going to try to do, I could understand them not wanting to have someone have control, not just with content that's made on their stuff, but in their style of things, but also be worried about losing their licensing or the copyright to it. That would be something I think that would be understandable for them to be concerned about, just because they've, Matt Mercer and them have invested a lot of time and a lot of energy into developing their Critical Role brand, which is understandable. I mean, it's a lot of work. So, can't say that's exactly what it is, but I wouldn't be surprised. It's one of those things, sometimes it's, just the way the world works. And sometimes you just gotta go with it. And then sometimes you, have to stand up and take a stand for what you believe in and what you think is right. It's all a matter of perspective sometimes. But if nothing else, you got to be true to, what you stand for and who you are as a person. Even if people don't understand, sometimes the right thing to do is do what's right, even whenever other people don't agree. Now, that also is one of those things. You got to have some semblance of, I'm going to try to do, the right thing, and I have to be willing to learn from my mistakes. But as long as you're willing to learn, most of the time you're pretty good. You don't have any issue there. But that's the problem. A lot of people aren't really willing to put aside their own preconceived ideas and do what they know is right and look for the facts. I try my best to try to find the truth, and sometimes it makes things uncomfortable. Sometimes it makes you ask questions. I know I ask a lot of questions. It's not always been easy to look for the truth in the middle of very difficult questions. But you kind of do it. And then you also live life and you're like, this is fun. I'm just going to do what's fun right now. But each life their own. I'm kind of rambling right now, I noticed. But with that being the case, I got all my plants planted. Booyah! Look at that. I am doing great. Feeling fine. Look at that. Man, that's awesome. I'm really excited about where this is going to go. So with that being the case, I'm going to collect more water. I don't think there's anything up here I needed to get. Let's drop off all of this. A shrubbery! Let's drop off that wood. I think I might need to actually make some more firewood. Perfect. It's funny how you don't even have to stand there in order to get the firewood. It's just set it and forget it. Let's see here. Do I have any soup? Let's see if I can make some soup. Oh, I'm sorry, cat. There you go. There's your water. I know how opinionated you can be and how upset you can be whenever you don't get your way. Perfect. Roasted fish. Let's do... Oh, yeah. Cup of tea? Starchy soup or cup of tea? Let's do the starchy soup because I'll get more. Soup? It's a grain. Is the grain considered starch? Vegetable, meat, fish. Okay. Starchy. There we go. And then fish. Perfect. Nice. Let's do some more bread. Nope. Nope. And let's do that. 1, 2, 2. There's to that. Let's do some more. I can do corn flour? That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, let's try that. I said that, and the moment I said it, I was like, actually, that's accurate. I don't know why I had such a, like, why that was so hard for me to pick up. Because you make tortillas, corn tortillas, and corn chips. I mean, it makes sense. But I still felt kind of dumb. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. I still don't have enough for any of this. But I'm getting there. One of the things I want to go to is the pickles. Oh, toast and jam. I like me some jam. Oh yeah, I need to get these vegetables too. Yes, decorative swords, a sawmill. And then let's actually do that. Let's do that. And then we can wait for this. Perfect. Alright, so what we've got here is some good stuff. And for this is going to be the end of the episode. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It was a little bit longer, but I appreciate you sticking with me. And we're going to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.